Hello and welcome to All Talk No Dice, the worst excuse for a D&D show you can find online. Sorry for not turning up last week, but we are back and we're ready to get back into it. So, from last we left off, the Companions of Fate were caught in a very unsuspected trap enacted by Pike and Theron's own sister, Olivia. As Olivia began to walk away, Red asked for permission to act, and when she got the go-ahead from Terra, she turned into her opaque black cloud form and shifting through the bars at a rapid pace and reapparating behind Olivia with a dagger to her throat and the other hand on her forehead. Theron screamed to stop and let her go, and after a few tense moments, Red threw the dagger to the ground and screamed in frustration as Olivia just grinned at her and Theron before strutting away like a calm summer breeze. Soon after Ralof tried his strength to open the cage up, Red went to work and was able to free all of you. You then set your sights on finding the possibly still alive father of Theron, Lord Johann Lustafsson. You all scurried through the keep as quiet as spiders, finding your way past the tacky and grandiose furniture dotted a little too frequently around, and finally stopping on the upper landing facing a few doors at your disposal. Finding that one door led to Johann's study, you came up with a plan and then burst in, terrifying the elderly man behind the desk, only to learn that Johann was indeed alive and glaring at Theron. The conversation started well enough until Johann began to hurl digs at Theron, which were quickly corrected with a firm backhand or lick of flame. He took a chance to reach under his desk until his fingers were sliced from the shadow beside him, Red quickly appearing, holding the bloody dagger and waiting on words on what to do next. You gain little to no information except for Johann's resentment for Theron for allegedly causing all of this mess. He quickly turned to madness and malice before terror burned the flesh from his face. Mad cackles and the sizzling of his bubbling flesh filled the room as Theron apologized and wished him farewell before the room fell silent. Lord Johann Lustafsson was no more. And you all then searched his desk and his person to find multiple small items and parchment, one of which you found was the ethereal dagger attached to his belt. After deciding to hand it off to Red for the time being and identifying it, Terra, you found it not only gained a slew of abilities, but a certain property that allows you to destroy entities on every single dimension and plane and universe that they may be a part of. However, with the dagger in hand and the platinum silverware collected up by Gerald, you all made your way back to the Wanderers, and after knocking on the door, Maddie let you in, and seeing that all of you could do with a sit down and a bit of food before continuing, offered you all a place to sit and eat. And just as you all slump down and slam down onto the small stools and barrels set around the small, almost like cozy-ish compact room, this is where we pick it up. So Maddie just sits down and hands off Stu, and just looks at you for a moment and looks at all of you as both Theron and, you see Theron is kind of just detached slightly in this moment. And Ralof is looking equally as frustrated and almost reminiscing about what just happened and what could have happened. Before Maddie, as he just looks at you with a bowl of stew in his hand as he just puts it to the side. Well, it seems that you all had a little bit of a fucking lick, didn't you?
Yes. We've never really got any information from anyone before, at least this way. But I feel like we got enough of an idea.
Great. Well, I'm glad you got your idea.
Yeah.
So, where's Ragga and Shagga? Where have they gone off to? And yeah, in that moment, just as Gerald does that, and just, Theron just leans forward. Oh yeah, their heads exploded. They're dead. So you asked for our help.
And they died on their own.
This is what happens to them is they're with you for what, 15 minutes and they're dead.
It probably wasn't even that, to be honest.
Oh great, that's even fucking better then, isn't it?
We saw them while we were going too. They did. They made a light source for us.
They weren't particularly your brightest bunch, though, were they?
Well, of course they fucking weren't, but you know
You
can't.
send us the worst.
Have you seen all these fuckers? You can't really get a cream and a fucking crop over here with a bunch of these cunts, and you just hear a couple voices. Oh. There's a couple heads just turned down. You do look around, and you see in this small room. It's compact. It's not too cramped, but you see roughly about 30-35 wanderers in here.
More people than what we saw in the first time.
Yeah.
Did it look not the brightest, or did it look like some maybe a pick of a handful?
Yeah, there's an array. You can see some just like arm wrestling over by the side, and you know, these big sort of bulky guys and girls, and then you've got a little bit more rare, but you do have a couple like reading spell books and thumbing through pages of tomes that they've collected. Various different kin and races, mainly centered on humans and genasi.
Okay.
Well, you do risk when you send them with us anyway.
Well,
we told you it's danger.
Yeah, well, I knew the fucking risk, but I didn't think, they'd go with you, they'd hold up a fucking candle, and then they just go and dead.
We weren't needed, did we?
Didn't you think it might have been wise to just let me know, oh, by the way, their heads might blow up and they might die in like 2 minutes of being together with you?
If so, we would have told you that, but they literally lit up a dark room, and then how could we have known? Sorry, there was some breathing before lightness.
You know what? In all fairness, I didn't even like the cunts anyway, so you're fine.
Okay, but that's what. So I was saying now, there is a possibility that it may happen again.
Okay,
just so you know.
Thank you for the warning.
No problem.
Is there any?
Hopefully it doesn't.
Was there any benefit of going out? Did you get anything? Did you find anything out? Have we got any advantage now? I just want to know we're on the winning fucking side.
Are we still being watched?
And you see one of the people behind just put down his soup, and you just see him like just annoyed. And he just like does a flourish, and a small little light like flare just goes about a foot above his head before. And he just makes eyes over at Maddie. No, we're fine.
It was fruitful. We found the dagger.
Oh, the special little magic dagger that's going to give you a little
Yeah.
pokey poke and fuck
Stabby
the little
stab.
cunt up. Okay.
No one else stop him from actually coming back ever.
And which one of you have got it?
We handed it off to the rascal.
And you just see Red looking at her dad. Like as soon as all your eyes look to Red, she just goes.
Fuck you.
And you just see Maddie. That's my girl.
Mm-hmm.
So, what's the plan from here then? Are you all just taking a second, or like while we've got him on the back foot and we got the dagger, are we gonna just bum rush him?
I think that would be a good idea. You see, you could maybe get some distractions down.
Oh, I mean, we got plenty of distractions.
Brilliant. Not just people wandering, getting killed. I mean, make them look like something's coming. Maybe
Okay, well, in that case, then
assistance-wise.
you'll have to give me a little while just to think of some other distractions. But
Okay.
we'll be fine.
Well, we could
Hopefully.
do with a little bit of a while. I could do with a little sit down. Obviously, we're having a sit down with this meal, but maybe a little longer.
Are you telling me you want to sleep?
I don't need to. But I think the rest of the party would be able to benefit from this sleep. Maybe. I don't know.
So,
Do you
I'm
need
off
a
the rush.
sleep?
what,
I'm all for the rush. That's
you all for what?
the rush.
I'm
As I do think, if we let him prepare, we just run into a shit ton of traps.
Mhm.
We die.
Oh
Huh?
yeah. Well, that's the thing I worry about. You know, if we wait a little too long, then that
You're
cunt
not
up
going
there
to-
is just going to have everything just rammed, and we're
Ready.
not going to get to him. Yeah.
It's true.
Are we guessing that the entire fight's gonna happen on the clock tower?
I feel like it's probably going to. That's why the
You,
source of Theron's on his
Theon,
arm.
Theon does lean forward. Again, just kind of like in this mix of like detached, but then he does re-engage.
Yeah.
Yeah, the fight has to be up there. That's where it needs to end.
Theron, do you think you could? Do you think you could fight?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's. I think we can rail off.
And you see, so I'm just checking on Theon's
Yeah.
thing.
No.
Just in case.
I just don't want him to go in with nothing.
Yeah.
That was me thought. Oh, actually, no. Just a bit of meta question. Is there a spell at all or a potion that you could take that would be able to quickly do a long rest?
I'm pretty sure there is a potion.
Okay, if I were to ask
Mm-hmm.
our geezer to see,
Well, you
to
can
see
have
if
to
one
try.
of the mages would know or have one, would it be, or is it a very really rare kind of thing to have?
Roll a history check for me, please. And you hear Theron just like kind of like close his eyes and just think about just how much power and strength he has right now, and then he goes, actually, it'd really help if I could, just rest a little. I mean, I'm not saying like too long, but more like 8 hours
Okay.
kind of thing,
Not
Okay.
too long, just a quarter of the day.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Just a quarter. It's not a half or anything.
I was debating on using my inspiration,
Mhm.
but I feel like we're going to need it later, so I'm going to keep it on. It's at 14.
Okay.
I got a 12. That's what I was
14.
debating.
You recognize that there are. You do remember there are some kind of more alchemical potions that give you that revitalize you to a degree. Most of them are subject to more health pots and health potions that you used previously before.
Yeah.
But there are recipes for these kinds of potions to revitalize you to a degree. And at that point, Maddie looks at all of you.
Geezer.
Okay, all right. So let me get this straight. So we've got him on a back foot. We're all good to rush, but then the little wizard cunt over here just wants to have a sleep.
Well, the thing is that he uses a lot of brain power, as little as he has.
He's
And,
actually got a fucking brain up there.
Well, some sparks happen, some don't. So,
And Theon just looks up like kind of like anime style. Just it all comes with time.
but no.
I don't
so-
know. We got anything to revitalize him? Give him a little vigor? Not in the, you know, way, but you know,
Oh, not that little fucking
magically
figure.
way.
Just get that up. Right.
Mm.
We got a few things, and anyway, okay. I'll just be completely transparent, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were in Ashalai's stand, and just minding our own business. But then a nice, very helpful trade caravan came up, and I have to say, it was full to the fucking brim
Was it
of
a
really
goblin?
good shit. Huh?
Was it a goblin?
I mean, a
Trader?
couple goblins, but I mean,
Would-
we don't really, pay attention to them much
That's
at all.
fine. Okay.
All we did, and not kidding, these little cants were fucking ridiculous. So we got to the caravan, and it's coming down a roadway, night time, and we just fucking hurl some rocks at these little goblin cants, and they just go onto the ground. So we fucking hog-tied them, gagged them, and we took all their shit. And I have to say, usually it is just, various little things like rope and some rations and food and fruit, produce like that, right? You will not believe what we fucking found.
Go on.
And you see one of the big, after the clicks, you see one of the big, sort of like the big meatheads just really just ripped, taller
Yeah.
Earth Genasi, just stand up and lean over, removing like a hide blanket and grabbing one of the crates and slamming it down in front of you, and you all hear a noticeable jingle of glass on glass, just a little rattle as they put it down. And you look, and there is 8 little vials,
Okay.
6 of which have the opaque red liquid in that you're used to seeing, and 2, one of them has this like amethyst pinky color with a yellow, almost like a, if you look closely, it almost looks like a yellow floating lightning bolt within the liquid. They're just,
okay.
any way you look at it, it just keeps facing you.
Nice.
And the other vial has just a solid transparent silver sparkly liquid in.
Chris, so what are we looking at there? I get the red ones. I kind of know them.
Right. Well.
Eat?
Well, for these little red guys, you've got we got 4 of just normal ones, and we've got 2 of these graters. The little pinky one is for the wizard cant to just give him a pet, and the silver one, I think it, from what some of the little cants were telling me, I mean, it's either to stop petrification or stops you dying. So, or maybe it just makes you die.
Let's hope this is the first one.
Yeah, let's hope. But because you already put down a lot of money, a lot of fucking
A
money,
lot.
just a little bit of fucking money
A lot.
to us and our
lot.
cause,
Mm-hmm.
these are our gift to you.
Oh. Amazing.
That is excellent.
Now, I do have to ask, which one of you is prone to probably going to be dying real quick?
Points at Theron.
Yeah, I
Yes.
immediately
And
look at Theron.
you just look, at Theon. Hey, it's not. I don't go down like that quick.
You go down that quick.
I'm pretty sure a strong breeze knocks you over.
I mean,
Not even a strong breeze, a bit of a good cough.
I don't like any of you. And just
Neither do we.
at this point, Maddie goes, "Well then, because you're a weak little cunt, I've got this one for you." And he holds like this very thick, almost like miniature vase with a cork stopper at the top and full of red liquid.
Yep.
This one, my little friend, is for you. And hands it off. And if you want to put a note down for this for Theron when he comes in, he's just been given a potion of superior healing.
Nice. A question based on last campaign to this campaign. The
Yes.
bottles were fucking massive.
Mm-hmm.
Now they're very small. Is this being evolutionized to being able to fit it into a smaller version
Metagame.
over time?
Metagame, yes.
Awesome. That's cool.
Metagame. It's more so that arcanists and alchemists have been able to reduce the amount of liquid, but concentrate the magical effects of the potion a little bit finer. So basically, it's like your double concentrate of cordial. So
that's
sick. Less liquid, more of a kick.
Yeah, brilliant. Sounds good.
Now, I'm pretty sure all of you are, capable enough, except for saving Ragga and Shagga, which apparently could not be fucking helped.
No.
But are all those potions going to be enough for you?
If you have any more to spare, that would be perfect.
I mean, you are such a needy fucking cunt. Do you understand that? I'm here offering up my home and hearth.
And we are very happy and part of the family now, aren't we? So
you're not fucking family. Now Lily is family.
She is, but she's our family, and we're.
Trust me,
your family.
She's not your fucking family.
But she's very much our family.
Whatever helps you fucking sleep at night, robot. But for the time being, fuck it. And you see the Earth Genasi just turn around, grab the other crate, and slam down.
Yep.
And they have the exact same potions in.
Amazing.
So, four potions of healing, 2 graters, 1 pep up potion,
yes.
And the other is the potentially saves you from death, potentially saves you from petrification, or potentially gives you death.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Gerald, do you want this one or the same one that Theron had? Do you need this at all? I don't at the moment, but just thought.
I could take it.
Yeah.
No.
And I'm going to look at Gazer. You see, we are family. We like to share.
Well, as long as you don't like to share everything, I'd be a bit fucking weird,
Well,
Especially with my
it
little
would be a
girl's been around you. I'm fucking watching you.
Whoa,
Yeah.
we have boundaries,
Oh.
Yeah, and then Theron at the time goes, sometimes boundaries.
Sometimes guidelines, but it's fine.
You know what? As completely fucked up all of you cunts are, I think you might be a good addition to Wanderers.
Yeah. Well, we've already got a team name of our own.
Yeah. And it's a bit better than the Wanderer, sorry.
Okay, how about this then?
A bit more well known as well.
If ever you're... I'm reserving the right to kick your fucking ass right now.
That's fair.
So will you shut your mouth before I have to wipe the fucking floor with you?
We're waiting for your response.
How about, when we're all done with this,
Mm-hmm.
if we don't all fucking die, maybe at one point if you come over to the stand and you find us, maybe we'll have some work for you.
You got like a symbol, mark, something that recognize?
We're not really specialised in brandishing our appearance all too much, or letting people know that we're there.
Is there anything that you have that you show other people of the Wanderers so they know they're good, loyal people?
When we see that you're in Ashalot's stand, or if we're ever around in the rest of Elder and we need your help, or you might need ours, or we've just got a job for you and see if you're interested,
Mm-hmm.
just think of this. The knock at the door that comes 5 times will let you wander.
Good enough for me. What sort of jobs do you do?
Plenty. You know, sometimes it's a little snatch and grab, sometimes it's a little bit of street justice, you know, just give one cunt a kicking and sway anything. Sometimes we've done jobs for, you know, more the noble Ponzi folk, you know, so they got a dispute over land, and, you know, when one of the parties is dead, they can't really dispute land, and so, you know, winner takes all. Sometimes, you know, it is, you know, pretty much, imagine it's like a fundraiser, except the cunts who disagree with the fundraiser just get fucking shivved, you know?
General rule, we don't generally kill kids. Negotiable if the kid's a dick.
Yeah. Or if Theron decides to magic missile.
I'll keep that in mind.
He's very good at magic missile.
And you hear Theron, okay, listen, you know, it just happens. It's not like I mean it all the time. It's just sometimes. And like you said, I mean, kids are dicks sometimes.
Yeah.
Well, they are fucking dicks sometimes. Well, if we come to that decision and we don't all die after this, then it will be pretty good. Is there any other questions you need to talk to us, or are we going to gear up and get ready?
I'm happy to gear up and get ready. So quick look at Miss Rolls.
What do we want the signal to be for your distraction? Or are you just keeping an eye and finding an advantageous time?
We're keeping an eye.
On your previous... I'm assuming that you've been looking over the tower for some time.
Yeah.
Is there any preference of time that you think would be the best time?
Not really. I mean, all-powerful wizard kind of has eyes everywhere. Not really any certain moment that will be the best to surprise the cunt.
Or location?
Well,
Which door to go into? Or...
there's only one entrance in and out.
Well, yeah, but how about through windows?
Well, if you go through
I
the
can
windows...
scale the wall, but if something happens in the middle, you're kind of fucked.
Well, what we were thinking was distractions. Are we distracting him to let you all get in? Or are we distracting him while you're there?
Probably better both. If we can distract so eyes are sent somewhere else, we can get in. And then we can distract more when we're in.
So I have a little bit of a plan. If we don't want to go through the tower, I summon our ride that we used to get down through the chasm. Take us all up.
Straight to the top.
Straight to the top.
Well, I mean,
I'm going to look at Geezer like...
that sounds interesting.
None of approval.
But at that point, how are we going to distract him if we think he's at the top? I've got an idea how we can distract him from the outside up to the top.
Okay.
So if you were to go through the top as well, then he's going to be there and he's going to see you. So the distraction won't really distract him all too much.
What was your plan?
Well, the plan was send a few guys over there, have a few of our archers, and when we see him, when you're all ready to coast across through the town and get in, then we just fucking arrow after arrow at him. Maybe a little bit of dynamite, you know, depending on what we have handy, and keep his eyes on us. And you know, and he leans forward for a second. And to tell you the fucking truth, really, if some of these cunts die, it'll be a fucking blessing, because some of these really fucking piss me off at the best of times. So, you know, don't worry all too much if you start hearing some screams and you start seeing some of our guys drop. But it will give you the necessary time to let you bolt across and into the tower and up, and hopefully catch him on the back foot.
That's fair.
Is that we go with then?
Oh, we could use your thought, Gerald, about leaving if we had to leave in a rush.
That is a good option. In case we need to bail,
Yeah.
all goes to shit.
At least we got a big dragon.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, you're really lucky to have a big dragon.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well, always.
I mean,
I mean,
You're not a
that's
big
like
dragon,
last-
right?
I mean, it might be because you guys are a little bit fucking weak. Because I mean,
Well,
we've never had to have a fucking dragon.
well, it's more just better, really.
Just because you're fucking scared, aren't you?
Just because we're better.
Scared little cunt.
Sure.
But
I'd be more scared of Red with that dagger.
so you should be. She's a fucking
Yeah.
warrior.
Oh, I know.
But I will let you know about those
I got
potions.
fun with them.
Those potions are going to pep you up, though.
Oh,
Be a little wary because by the end of the day, you'll fucking feel it.
in a case of we're gonna feel it like we're dead, or
Well, I've no fucking clue. Do I look like a fucking alchemist to you?
I don't know, but are these is your other wanderers alchemists?
No, those cunts are fucking stupid.
I mean, the warning's good enough.
Yeah.
Don't be around when the potion wears off. In danger.
But does the end of the day class as midnight the day you drink?
I guess you'll just have to try it and find out.
Okay, what? Do we know what time it could be in relative to light and day?
Is that a DM question or?
To a degree, as in, it's more the if we can see the light, can I gist on what time it is?
The best way you can surmise it is probably at the end of what would be like your normal day or your normal amount of hours of the day that you know act or you go on. So it could be between 8 to 12 hours until you feel the effects.
Okay, that's cool. That's fine. I just didn't want it to be like, okay, we're gonna go at 10 p.m. and 12. It's
yeah,
gonna
yeah, it's just
walk us over.
What is the
Yeah.
current time?
the current time is
Roughly.
roll a survival check for me. I just want to see if you can see how close to the time you can get by peering out the small doorway in the windows.
23.
23. Oh yeah, easily enough. The time is roughly about 7:30 in the evening.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it.
Okay. We're gonna want to get a move on relatively soon. Because don't the spirity things come out at night? We were warned.
I mean,
Aye.
only if you go
Boys?
into special no-no places.
Is not the place where he is a big no-no place?
I mean, we haven't really seen any of the little fuckers at night just scouting around there. They're usually towards the monastery and the library, and the big fuck off tree. But aside from that, you don't really need to worry all too much.
Question to DM.
Yeah.
Are we in the library right now?
No, you're in one of the small offshoot buildings that were just south of the library.
Okay, that's fine.
Pretty much where you saw, you know, when you're outside the walls and you saw all that torchlight coming from those homes and hovels. That's where the wanderers are set up.
Not a problem. I was just more thinking that even if we left, we'd still see them.
Yeah.
It's cool. Other question to DM. Are we considering this a short rest?
Yes.
Awesome. I will need the short rest, that's fine. But I'm happy to go as soon as possible. I'll be rolling shit in a minute.
Yeah, and
Yeah, I'll do so.
Conversation.
yeah, and Maddie just looks at all of you. Right then, so I'll get a couple of these cunts up with eyes on the tower, and is there any way you're going to be able to let me know when you're going to move, or are we just doing it just play it by ear?
Well, an idea that's just popped into my head, Theron, and produce an owl. I've done it before myself, not as an owl. Who can see and hear things, and he doesn't have to be there, because the animal will be
Right.
there.
Okay. So
Is there any of your mages that could do the same thing? Maybe we had one on us, and then they would be able to tell you where we are because they'd be there. If they ever needed to, at least they can help us out.
let me just think for a second.
Not a problem.
And he turns his head over his shoulder. Hey. And as he says, "Hey," you see all 35 heads just look over to him. Any of you wizard cunts can turn into a fucking bird. And you just see like one young lady just. I can. Right, come here, cunt. And she just like meekly walks like, and you see this small, about 5 foot tall, redhead. The hair just going down just below her shoulders, slight freckles, and you see her as she just like looks up, in very just plain beige robes, a little bit of a shawl over the top, and she just goes up to Maddie. Yes, sir. All right, come here. And he kind of headlocks her for a second and just brings her in. Listen, cunt. You're coming with us. And then when we say you're going to turn into a little fucking bird, you're going to fly off and find these. And you're going to let these dangerous cunts know you're ready to go. Do you understand? And listen, like just as she's like yammering about to go, yeah, and listen, these cunts, have a look at them. They're fucking dangerous. If you double cross them and you don't let them know immediately when we're ready, they'll fucking kill you. Do you understand? And she just goes, yes, sir. Good then. Right then, and he pats her on the back like almost too hard to like immediately like intentionally knock her forward slightly. Just a poof, there we are. Okay, so we're all fucking ready. So
Yes.
I'll get some of my men and this harmless little cunt out with them, and we'll be on the ready as soon as we see him, and we're about to start. We'll send little timid fuck over to you to let you know it's go
We
time.
can go. Awesome. That's
So
perfect.
you stay here just on the outskirts of these buildings. His magical sight usually he can only do if we're not, if he's not actively doing other things. So, and eye line you can't really see down here between the alleyways. So stick around here. We'll get some of our men to go, and we'll send this little fucker when we're ready.
That's perfect.
Right. Right, well, good luck. Don't fucking
You too.
die.
We'll try not to.
Yeah, if you do die, well, a little bit more of a better day for me then. Right, all of you, come on.
So,
And you see...
I'm going to start unloading his chest into handing out potions to other people.
How should we split them better game wise? Like, of course, I've got a pep up.
Yeah,
Tyrion's got a pep
so
up.
metagame, this is as the Wanderers, all 35 begin to make their way out, including Maddie.
Mm-hmm.
And you see the faces of Genasi and Human all pass you. They don't really have the look of warriors going out to the battlefield, but they look almost like capable, but very much this is not their strength. Usually their strengths are in the shadows, under the table, like sneak in, sneak out. That's their forte.
Information stuff.
Yes. So a couple of them look worried, some of them look fed up, others look excited for the new challenge, but you do see these faces just pass out the door. But while they are doing so, and you're sharing out the potions, then metagame, you are able to just disperse them however you'd like.
Lovely. So we have 4 greater health potions. We have 8 normal health potions. And then we've got 2 of the sparkled silver liquid. I'm happy to take 1 of the sparkle liquids and hope that it's a don't fucking die.
So, yeah, if I take the other one,
Yeah.
then I'll take
Yeah.
2 normal,
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
and we can split up the
I'll
rest. So
say, I know Theron's got that potion of superior healing,
Yeah.
but I'll say just for him, he'll take 2 normal potions as well.
Yeah. 2 normal.
Actually, you know what? Knowing Theron though, 1
well, he
greater.
can have, he can have a greater as well.
We do have enough to have at least 1 on everyone for greater, and 2. In fact, as well, why don't we fucking just do that? Everyone just gets 2 normals and 1 greater.
All right.
Just make a note of that for Theron as well. That he has the 2 potions of healing,
Yeah.
1 greater, and he also has 1 superior.
Yeah. I've put it on my notes, but I'm gonna have my own.
At this point as well, Tara.
Yeah.
Rayloff just kind of taps you on the shoulder. Hey.
Are we ready?
Yeah. Can I have a word with you before we go?
Yeah. Is it not enough for everyone else to hear, or?
Just come here. And Rayloff wraps his armor over your shoulder and just turns. So basically, your backs are to the party.
Yeah.
And just as he huddles down, and he's kind of looking at you, but looking away as well. So I don't really know how this fight is gonna end, but just in case, I want you to have this. And he pulls out a small, leather bundle of parchment.
Okay. What's this?
All this is the research and time that I've put into trying to figure out what kind of disease ailed my father before he went. And if something happens and we don't make it, I'd like at least some research to go on, and maybe if we all do we get to the mountain after this and we find my father and find my mother, then I'm hoping that maybe some of your knowledge can go into this and maybe discover what kind of disease it is or was, and maybe help. And besides, the more things on me, the more it slows me down, and my halberd needs the speed to swing. So if you're okay with it, if you could just keep hold of these for me.
Yeah, I don't mind. But you're gonna be alive though.
Yeah. I mean,
You're probably gonna be the last one standing. Yeah,
I'm confident. I'm sure we'll be fine, but just in case.
Okay. Have you got a copy of these?
No, they're the only ones.
No.
So
Don't-
keep them safe. Otherwise,
yeah.
I will have to,
Yeah, I'll put them in the bag of holding.
And they just.
Yeah.
As you're handing him the
Yeah.
potions as well.
Yeah.
I think these will come in handy.
Yeah. But you won't need them.
No, of course I won't. I mean, look at me.
You can fall from
Yeah,
thousands of feet and live.
I'm pretty much indestructible.
Yeah, let's say that.
But it's good to have a safety net. Just
Just in case.
Just in case.
And we can take it out of your bag and be there if you need to be.
Also, when we get up there, are we just
Walking
bullshit?
over?
Yeah.
To a degree. As you know, they're going to try to do some distractions. We're going to fuck them up.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have a mini insider party of who can kill them first. But,
We're killing them
Yeah.
first.
well, yeah, but it's going to be more of the only request I have is so I can try to rip off his soul.
I'll go
Because
for
he'd
the head.
remove mine. Yeah, you do that. I can hopefully do the rest.
And
Make sure just avoid the heart, because that's when Red's gonna stabby.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the bastard's head off.
Oh yeah, good. Yeah. Make it swing. Keep it as a trophy. I don't care.
Am I the only one who feels a little weird that I think this is going to be fun?
I think it's gonna be well deserved. It's gonna be different, but we all hate him. It's a goal that we all want, and Theron hasn't been paid for it, so that's good in my books.
Yeah, I think that's the right way.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm all ready, so
Fantastic.
let's go kill him.
Let's go kill him.
And Rayloff just
Okay.
takes his halberd and just like ducks through and through the door. Red is standing there just at the doorway, and just like begins looking out as she also steps out to join Rayloff. And Theron just looks around. So am I taking this potion now? Is that the idea?
That's the plan for you right now.
I think
Because
you
that's
should
what you
wait
need.
till just before we start the fight.
Yeah.
Oh, that might be a good idea.
Yeah, just before. Yeah, sounds good.
If-
Okay.
Because
If it
if
is,
it runs out midway through, you're kind of boned, mate.
Yeah.
or would it be a better idea to, if it is like a long rest? Fucking hell. If it is like having a sleep, would it not be better to do it just before he feels like he's gonna go down?
Maybe.
Are you,
You-
very limited in power right now? We're talking
I mean,
a couple spells.
I can go a little bit.
How are you for your own well-being?
I'm looking okay.
Okay.
I'm just thinking that if it is like a, pick me up, then I know that usually we don't really feel all too much better if we get some kind of rest and we're not able to, recover. Or if we, I just worry that, if this potion does what it's supposed to do, but we're in the heat of it, then it won't work the way we want it to.
I think Gerald's right. I think about probably taking it just before we start.
Yeah.
When we get informed.
Yeah, I think just
tower.
or maybe
Once
just
we get
just when we get to the tower.
Tower.
Yeah.
No.
Well, I think it's time to actually do this.
Yeah.
We trust in you. Lead us to shortest path.
Okay, we're all good.
I will say that I could use the pass without trace, so we're nice and sneaky. The only problem is they will use my my last knowledge in that area for some time.
Maybe just hold off then.
Yeah.
If we got them that distraction, we shouldn't need to worry to sneak too much.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's get by the doors anyway. Get ready.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
Yeah.
And Theron heads out, and you all catch up together, and you do. Theron begins leading you through the small alleyways and passages that catch you all the way up to the main bazaar and the sort of large, open, wide space for what was once a market. And you can see just as you're coming out, as you get to the end of this alleyway, and Theron just and just stops all of you. He looks around the right corner, and you see still just to that northwestern end of Geralf is that large sleek clock tower that climbs up, and you all look and you notice that on each floor of the clock tower, through the windows, you can see like burning amber light. You don't really see much of any light at the very top, where that big wall has been cut out. But you do notice that there's light coming from the entire tower.
Does it seem like it comes from a candle, or does it look magical in nature?
Roll a perception check for me, please.
18 with perception, it is 22.
Oh yeah, very easy. Yeah, candlelight.
Okay, that's not bad.
Candlelight
Okay,
more so
yeah,
than anything.
Yeah, no worries.
But you all begin to, as Theon just like looks to the side, and you all catch all of the windows are lit. Theon just like turns to all of you. Okay, I think he's waiting for us.
Mm-hmm.
There hasn't been that much light in the tower since before all this.
Here,
Yeah.
before we continue, I know Matty said about he saw loads of you there
Yeah.
with burn marks. Do you have a burn mark?
Last time I checked, no.
No?
I
Okay,
mean,
that's fine.
and he just unbuttons a couple buttons and just
Yeah,
opens, and it's just tattoos and just sleek chest.
No problem. Could I do something?
As long
Nothing
as you
crazy.
don't. Okay, just don't kill me.
Yeah, no worries, that's fine. Can I have that quill?
Yeah, but please don't lose it or break it.
It's
I
fine,
know,
I'm gonna be
I
here.
know with your robot hands, you're kind of like, you're clumsy.
Can I have your hand? I'm gonna draw goofy glasses on his hand,
Mm-hmm.
and a upside down face, because I'm trying to draw Theon's face,
Okay.
and then I'm gonna give him the quill back in his hand,
Why?
just in case it's a copy of you. We know who you are. He doesn't know we've done that,
Okay.
and at least if we need to kill one of you, we know, like a safety word.
You're actually kind of smart. I mean, not
I'm
like
really
my
smart.
level of
What are you on
smart,
about?
but a little bit smart.
You're like licking pages from a book. You're weird.
Yeah, whatever. As he puts the
just-
quill away, it just. And he looks out one more time,
Mm-hmm.
and you all look to the tower, and you see every single light has just gone out in the tower, leaving it dark and pitch black.
Well, that's nice and ominous.
Yeah. That's
And
right.
at that point, you all hear a small fluttering as this small little thrush just and lands on Tara's shoulder.
Yeah.
And just begins to ping, 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 ping against your shoulder.
Immediately.
I'm gonna, even though I don't know what it's saying, I'm gonna.
Let's go.
And at that point, just as you begin to move out, you look to the northern end of Girolf and you begin to see dots of bright amber light just sail up into the air and just lighting up the pitch black night, landing in different places of the tower or inside it. And just as all of these yellow amber flares just glide through like a big wall and wave and cloud of amber, and you instantly know it's go time, and you all dart out and begin to just bolt through the market and over to the clock tower. That's where we're going to take a quick break and come back in just a little while to continue from there. To everyone watching, yeah, we're just going to have a little bit of an earlier break, but it'll all make sense after. But to everyone watching, we hope you're enjoying it so far. I know we're only just kicking it off into it, but yeah, we're having fun and we're getting to Fuck Pike. So
Yeah.
In that same theme, we are going to go and take a short little break to go to the bathroom or get some snackies. So if you need to, please do the same, and we will be back in just a little while. Okay, welcome back. And as we come back in, the Companions of Fate have just finished prepping their attack against Pike and the clock tower of Girolf. And as you all sleuthed and snuck around through the alleyways, just waiting to catch up and to the main market, and waiting for one of the Wanderer's mages to apparate into a bird of sorts and let you know that it's go time. Tara you had a small thrush just land on your shoulder and begin to tap at your shoulder, and just as the taps started and you felt it was time to go, you looked over to the north and you saw a flurry of flame-tipped arrows just and just launch over at the tower, and you all began to bolt. So you all begin to sprint through Girolf, and I want everyone to make an athletics check for me, please.
Yep.
As I'm running, can I just go to Tara? Tara's got thrush.
I'm a robot, I can't get it.
And at this point, you just hear Red. Ignore him. He'll be the first to die.
18 plus 1.
He's already dead in my eyes.
All right. So,
Athletics,
Theon, that's
yeah.
19. Yes. Gerald.
6, but it was a natural 1.
Okay.
Hey.
Tara.
24.
Okay. And Rayloff got a
Wait, sorry,
16.
athletics, he said.
Yes.
Athletics.
Made even worse, 3.
Nice.
Even worse.
Okay, yeah, and Red is keeping up. At the point, Gerald, you kind of like instantly feel a stitch after you ate the stew, and you started running too soon after, and you and begin to slow down. And just at that point, as everyone begins to kind of make their way away from you, and you start losing out ground, luckily you see just behind you come thumping up the big Goliath of Rayloff. Come here! And he just scoops you up under his arm and just covers that ground back up to the party. And just as you all, as he meets the party and you all keep running through, he just like kind of places you down and gives you a little nudge to keep up.
Thank you.
Come on! And all of you eventually make it up to the clock tower, and you find, just as you're about to get to the base, the one doorway that you know of as all the candlelight has just vanished out of the windows. Theron?
I was just going to say, can I bamf my owl and sort of like usher it to go up
Yeah.
the outside of the tower?
Yeah. You quickly bamf, and are you walking out at this time?
No, I'm just going sort of
Okay.
Usher it.
You
Just in case I need to get a different
yeah.
perspective.
You bamf it out, and instantly, and the owl begins to just do spirals and circles up around the tower, all the way up to the top, and just lingers around the top. Just as you're faced with this just one wooden door in front of you, you hear a cacophony of just screams all emerge from the far northern side of the tower.
Theron runs the other way. No, I'm joking.
Typical Theron.
I will say
Strikes again.
both Gerald and Theron, you notice just partly around the tower from what you can see in the distance, you begin to see some of the flaming arrows that are on the bows currently of these archers kind of just like almost be pulled out of their hands towards this one, what you can tell now is just a large sphere of like a swirling black galaxy and pretty much just a swirling hole. And at
So
that
what's
point
been sucked off?
you see arrows in the bows, before you also see the people begin to and just begin to just into this large black hole, just being sucked in and eviscerated. leaving still plenty of wanderers. You look and you see, as far as archers and flaming arrows, you see at least 80 more sets of bows just loosing arrows over and at the tower. At this point, though, what are you all doing?
Gonna keep running. Don't let the sacrifices be in vain.
Is the door open?
No, it's closed.
I'm going to knock on it. No.
Hello.
No, I just look back to Rayloff. Rayloff. Break.
Smash.
Yeah. Oh yeah, easy. As you see Red reach for her pockets in that moment just before Theron says anything to get her thieves' tools, and just as she holds them out, you hear Theron and Rayloff just charges past all of you, and the door just splinters off into small bits, and you are welcomed with just an empty spiral staircase that goes all along the tower.
I'll use telepathy to Red. I'll be like, "Don't worry, you'll get your chance."
I'm gonna run through the rail-off-sized gap. Start going off.
As all of you just lumber through, you hear.
I'll just shout, "Look for traps!"
You hear Red. I'll scout ahead. And her form, as she just almost opens her arms out wide, turns into that blackened shadow, and you see the shadow just spirals straight up through the center of the entire clock tower. And as you are all sprinting up, you see her body reapparate right at the top level, about 4 stories up, and just yell, "Clear!" as you all begin to.
Theron, get that potion ready.
I'm starting to think this is a trap, but let's continue.
Let's go.
And you all charge up. Theron, are you taking the potion now?
Oh, you bastard.
Or is anyone doing anything just as you are going up the... You notice as you begin to run up the spiral staircase, you begin to see a couple arrows just in through the windows and just hit the wall with the fire just gently off the tip.
Can I ready an action just for when any time that seems like a battle, I'll pop the top and...
Yeah. Well, it's to drink a potion for this game, or how the table runs it. Bonus action to drink it yourself, and it's an action to feed it to someone else. So yeah. So I'll say
I'll ready, but yeah.
Cool.
Just when the time seems right.
Yeah, you kind of have it in your hand and you're just waiting, and you.
Yeah.
I will say I'll be at the back of this, running up as things are going on.
Okay.
I'll be
roughly
in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then
Probably in front of Theron.
Yeah, and then Red is waiting for all of you near the top.
Can I just keep my eye out for anything while I'm going up?
Yeah.
That's suspicious.
Roll a perception check for me. With disadvantage because you are all sprinting around.
Uh, 17 plus 7 probably.
Okay, all right.
Probably.
You don't notice anything suspicious, except you do hear.
Yeah.
The closer you get to the top, you begin to hear like a very quiet, just through the distance and the ceiling above you. You begin to hear this voice, like through the chaos. Please, stop all of this. You don't have to do it.
Does the voice sound familiar at all?
It sounds exactly like your own.
God damn it.
But Red is at the top, and you see she has 2 daggers out, and you just all now at the top, and you are looking towards the one small little off-cut staircase that goes up to the very top floor of the clock tower. We all ready?
Not really, but let's go.
And you see Rayloff just instantly, as he runs through, and you just see the eyes just splinter across his form and charge up and in. And just as you all do, you immediately come to this small cramped room at the top of the clock tower with one wall being knocked out and a small platform set with a small table rack on it. You see the Kopara, his back to you, holding a large tome and holding a hand out facing outside of the clock tower, and you still hear that gargle and cacophony, that choir of just and just screaming out loud.
How far away is he from us, or are we not in the room quite yet? Or...
Well, I'll say, just as you get in the room, let's show you the map.
Yum.
Okay, in that case, I'll pop the top and drink that.
Yep. You instantly, and you feel your heart just begin to, and then settle
Great,
for a
I'm gonna
moment.
die. Yeah.
Theon, you have now instantly had a full long rest. Your health is maxed out.
So I
You
used
have-
all those hit dice
You
for
have
nothing.
You have all of your spell slots, and the
yeah.
the equivalent of hit dice have been replenished.
Yeah.
Oh, nice one.
Are we just adding us to where we are?
Yes.
Whereabout are we?
So Rayloff is here at the front.
Oh.
Red is at the back here.
Do I see the Theron?
You see the Theron.
Other than me.
You see the Theron is just over here, on the table, on the open platform that is
Ah,
basically
right.
imagine like a pretty much like a Hail Mary platform, where if you just walked off the side, you drop the 100 or so feet of the tower down to the ground.
Okay, I'm going to try. Have we started battle initiative yet?
Not yet. You see Pike just holding a large
Okay.
tome, and you see a blue stream going from the book to the Theron on the rack into his
I'm gonna
chest,
try-
just burning it, and then back to Pike like a tether.
I'm going to try use that Otterluke's resilient sphere to surround him,
Surround
and
who?
then see Pike.
Okay. All right. So,
And then let me see what the range is and that.
so
Um,
is there any save or?
I will tell you
No,
in 2
It is
Yeah.
indefinite.
Happens.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
just
yeah.
works.
I'd
Yeah,
like
it
to
just,
say I've
it,
grown
ju- it
out
just
of
says
story.
it definitely just works. It is a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Nothing, not physical objects, energy, or other spell effects can pass through the barrier, in or out. Though a creature in the sphere can breathe there. The sphere is immune to all damage, and a creature or object inside cannot be damaged by attacks or effects
Okay. Awesome.
originating from outside. Excuse me. there's-
Dexterity
yeah.
save. That's an 18.
You can re-roll that, please, using my inspiration.
It's fucking 9.
Yes, I'll take that.
It's lucky because I was going to use my inspiration next.
Nah.
All right. So you instantly, Theron, you just like push a small bubble that quickly travels to Pike, and just as it's about to hit it, and envelops him.
Thing is, though,
Instantly,
yeah.
that blue tether cuts off,
Yum.
and all of the screams and that overarching, like, just whirring, sucking sound from the black hole just ends abruptly.
Spell lasts for a minute. Okay. So we can either push him off, and I let the spell go, or we get red in place right now with the dagger.
You deal with that. I rush to other Theron.
Mhm.
I'd like to try and free him with Alistor.
Okay. You go over to look at how to free him, and you see, like, the rack itself is kind of set at a 45-degree angle, and he is just, like, arms strapped to the side, and the body, like, strapped against it with multiple harnesses and straps. Some metal, some leather.
I'll aim firebolts at the things.
Okay.
With it being I'm going to try and go for the
How much
side
you've
and
got?
see as many
Okay.
harnesses
Yeah.
straps I
Okay.
can get in
Roll
one
an
go.
attack for me.
Okay.
And same for Theron, for the leather.
Plus
Nice. 19
natural
plus
1,
8.
plus 1. 3 in total with the plus 1 from Alistair.
No, unfortunately, you just hit the side of the table pretty much. Theron,
19 plus 8 for hit.
I'd say yes, you do hit one of the leather straps just like next to his
Yeah.
neck, and roll for damage for me.
But precision.
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot where it is. 2d10. 7.
Nice. You see the leather binding just sizzle away to ash, and you see the other Theron. Thanks. Please, get me out of here. And just at that point, Gerald, you quickly look to the sphere, and you see Pike just holding this tome and looking to you. And you don't hear the sound that comes out from him, but you just see him mouth,
Immediately, another attack.
and he slams the book shut. Go for the other attack.
Yeah.
Not at Pike, are you?
That's better this time. It's non-natural 20.
Natural 20.
And in
That
the
does hit.
meantime,
I'd say you catch 2.
in the meantime, I'm going to use telepathy to Red, and I'm like, get ready with the dagger to stab the bastard.
It's a killing blow.
And you see
Oh, okay.
you see Red's eyes lock onto yours, and just nod, and you just see her like start reaching behind her back,
Don't forget killing blah 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 blah.
and just from across the battlefield you just see her. And just at that point, Gerald, you turn away and you hear that as 2 of the metal leg straps on the right leg just unbolt as you slice them open. And all of you hear just a slight little
What from?
and you see now, just in that blink of an eye, Pike standing outside of the sphere, right behind Gerald.
Can I... Go on.
Are we doing initiative now, or?
And
I
just
do-
I'd say Gerald,
Because
all you hear is, "It's your time now," and that's where we're going to roll initiative. So,
Okay, could I have finished off my
Yes.
spell that I
Yeah.
wanted to do?
Mhm.
I wanted to conjure animals,
yes,
and I'm going to make 8 wolves come out.
g'day.
Let me bring up the stats so I don't have to worry. Use
Let me just
your
have a look.
animals.
There is loads of stuff.
18
outside.
initiative.
Okay, just wait until I count it down.
Sorry.
It's okay.
18.
Okay, let me just get Red as well. Okay. Okay. Has
Got
everyone
the
rolled?
stats for the wolves.
Oh, shit.
Rolling up.
Let me get Rail off as well.
Who?
Oh no!
Let me just get Rail off up.
Not nice.
Alright, so let me just note down his. Oh, nice, okay. Oh shit. Okay, so 25 to 20.
Yeah, 21.
Nice. What's your dex mod?
1.
Okay. Alright, 20 to 15.
Me.
You got, what did you get, 18?
Yeah.
Okay. And Tara, what did you get?
8.
Okay. Okay.
What did Raylock get?
Rail, I've got a 22.
Yo.
And then Tara. Okay, cool. Alright, so to start off, Rayloff is going first. So
Did my spell go off prior to
yes.
initiative?
Yes.
Grant.
it did. So
Okay.
let me. So how many wolves?
8.
Fucking A.
They're all going to be on. What's his face? That helps you at all.
All right, Tara Stark with your wolf fetish.
Right,
Exactly.
where are they going to be?
Four of them are going to be next to what's it on one side, closest to us, to facing Pike, and the other 4 are going to be behind Pike.
Okay.
So all 8 of them are going to basically all circle around them. So one would at least they all have advantage from pack tactics, but if they were, all of them would have advantage on each other.
Okay.
Unless he uses an
Super
AoE
advantage.
attack.
Or maybe so, but it means an AoE attack's going on the fucking wolves. And not on us.
That's a lot of fucking wolves. Okay.
So,
All right. So Rayloff is up first. Yeah. He is going to charge in, and you're
sorry, I
going.
just got to that.
No.
They have their own initiative.
Yes. Okay.
Jesus Christ.
13 is their
13.
initiative.
Okay. So.
Oh, you rolled it as 1.
So I'll tell you when the
I thought you
wolves
meant him.
are going.
No worries, thank you very much.
You're welcome. So it's Rayloff, and then Red, and then Gerald's on deck. So, Rayloff, you just see him as he continues that, and he just charges with a halberd out, and he's going. Oh, sorry, he gets his flail out, and is just going to, and he's going to go for 2 heavy attacks against him. So.
Oh, out
first
of
one-
interest, what happened to the other Theron? Was it just his neck strap that was freed, or
Yeah, the neck strap was
I've
freed.
got
There were
his
2 metal leg straps that were freed as well. He's
Wait, his hands are free?
No, they're
still bound?
Still bound.
Okay.
the first one plus 9. Yep, that does hit, and the second one definitely also hits. Let me
Nice.
find the damage.
Hi, Doki.
D8. There's the 2, that's 7, and then so look, 7. Okay, so that's 10 points of 10 points of damage on the first, and the second one another 10. You all notice as Rayloff swings this flail and just connects with the form of Pike, you all see sort of like you don't see Pike move or like nudge to it. You just see against the form and the feathers this sort of like light just barrier appear as Rayloff hits twice. You don't see anything around him until there's an impact, as you see just the barrier itself just and he just stands still clutching the book.
Question. Did this barrier thing look a bit like Theron's shields?
No.
No. Okay, no worries.
At that point he is just going to
Be invincible.
you know what he's actually going to do? He's going to just be frustrated after the 2 hits and he's going to scream and yell and use intimidating presence. Or intimidating show.
I thought you were going to say bite him then.
He's close to. Pike rolled pretty fucking well. Okay, yeah, he's unaffected by the intimidating presence, but That's Rayloff's turn. Red. Red's going to hide. So you're going to see her form just puff back into the cloud and the shadow.
Yeah, that's fine. It could be useful.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Or not.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, good. Yeah.
So she has... I'll just take her off the map of the top corner. She has completely disappeared from anyone who can potentially see her. Okay, Gerald. Gerald, you are up with Theron on deck.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand, the Invisible Mage Hand, and I would like to bring out and try for it to grab and forcefully take the book out of Pike's hand.
Okay. All right. So
could I use that in the sense of like the whole shove thing?
Yeah, to like shove an object out of his grasp as opposed to the creature. Yeah, I'd say so. Roll because the hand has its own strength.
Well, yeah. So when it says you want to shove a creature, it's a strength saving throw.
Okay.
I can either do that or I can roll.
I'll say conflicting, or conflicting. So use your strength, your magic hand strength, and roll the d20 and add your spell casting modifier.
Okay.
And then Pike is going to roll a strength check to see if he can keep grasp of it.
Yes.
He did roll high.
That's 27. That's a 19. I couldn't roll much higher.
What did you get?
27.
There's no way he's got one.
No,
wait. Oh god.
If he did, I'd be like, he's been hitting the fucking gem.
He surprisingly, I rolled really well. He got a 19.
No.
But unfortunately,
I'm a wizard and I'm buff.
Unfortunately, not enough to save it. As you see the book just from clutched between his arm and his chest, just onto the ground in front of him, or just I'd say 5 feet in front of him.
Yeah, a foot there. In which case, then I'd like to use my bonus. That would it be a bonus action to pick it up, or could I pick it up as I do this?
I'll say because it is like going to grab a specific item, I'd say it's a bonus action to go over there to reach under, because you're going under the wolves and Rayloff to grab it.
Yeah, because I was wondering whether I should use tumble or not there. Then I shall just run past, and I would like to pick up the book with my bonus action then. 35 puts me... Yeah, we shall go to this side there then, after I run past and go to there.
Okay. Alright.
The walls aren't hostile to him.
Okay.
Nice.
You see as the book is knocked, you see an instant panic on Pike's face, on the Kopara. And like his eyes grow a little bit wider just at this point, and he immediately looks around to all the wolves. And is that your turn?
Yes, that is everything I can do.
Just before Theron, Pike is going to use a legendary action.
Yeah.
He isn't even he is the legend. He's got a beak.
Yeah, Legend Lord didn't work on him. What you on about?
And
yeah. Don't lie to me.
Okay, he is going to. He's going to
Come on.
just reach out with his hands, and you see the maw of the Kopara just open wide as if he's about to yell, and he just breathes in. And just as he opens it wider and wider, and it cracks almost like a snake's mouth and opens up, covering most of his body.
What's coming out? Bullshit.
And a loud, just ear-piercing screech racks all of you. I want everyone to roll an intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Yeah. I'll do something else.
Intelligence saving. Okay. And I'll roll for the wolves.
I've got 14 plus 8. Suck on those eggs.
Okay.
Okay. I have a funny feeling the wolves might not live to be off.
I just did an 8.
22 altogether. Why not?
Okay.
Wolf's
Theron.
got.
Sorry.
Wolf's got 16.
Okay.
I got 18.
So 18, 16 for the wolves, Gerald.
8.
And Theron, you got 22. Let's get Rayloff. Fucking shitty.
0.
And Red. Okay, Red just succeeds. So both Red and Theron. Everyone except Red and Theron, you are going to take 47 points of psychic damage.
Ooh.
And
How many?
47. And
That's right.
Theron and Red, you both are going to take 23 points of psychic damage.
Just going to roll for concentration.
Mm-hmm.
And the walls are down through death and concentration.
Okay.
Rayloff has got Rage Up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So he takes the 20. Yeah, he takes the 20, 23 points.
Not nice. At least I can put that down and take Wolves off. Wolves, you served me well as a distraction.
Alright,
I'll just have to
23
do
points.
it again.
Okay. So now it is Theron's turn.
Yeah.
You're off. The wolves are gone.
Fuck's sake. Right, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to continue trying to breathe the other Theron.
Okay.
So I'm going to use Firebolt again and try to precisely...
Okay, you notice.
Where are you on the battle map, by the way?
I don't think I'd put myself on there.
I'll say, Theron, just as you do look to find the other Theron,
Yeah, he's gone.
you notice that you look and his head is just not there anymore. It is just gone, and the body is just like spasming slightly against the wall.
Slight. Unfortunate. I tried to frame.
Worth a try.
How'd you get the characters out? Oh, yeah, done that.
Theron,
I would have gone up to him, so I probably would have been there somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, seeing as he's dead, I'm just going to do some kind of damage spell. Now I'm just going to do a Firebolt.
Okay.
First attack 12 plus 8.
Who's this against?
Sarah.
Pike.
No. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, and that will be 10
Mm-hmm.
and 9. That's all right.
Nice. 19 points of damage. As the fire, as it hits, and it licks up the side of his cloak, you all do notice just as it hits, there's a slight little waver in his corporeal form.
Well,
In the form itself, or the barrier?
In the form itself.
Okay.
And you do see Pike just kind of reach over to his ribs where the fire had hit.
I'm just looking I'm dead in the eyes. For my bonus action, I'm just going to be like, I'm going to fucking kill you, you prick.
Okay. Alright, so that's your turn. You want to move anywhere?
oh yeah.
I probably should, really, considering he can just yeet me off the side. If I move into his range, does that mean he can take an attack of opportunity?
Only if you move out of it, the attacking range.
So I can move through him.
Yeah.
No. Well, if
Oh,
you
wait,
get
sorry.
to,
You
I
can't
said
move
just
through.
If you
can't move through
went
enemy.
to there, he can't hit you. If you went there, he can hit you with attack of opportunity because you've just gone outside of his attacking range.
You know what? I'll just stay where I am for now.
Okay. In that case, just actually no. Yeah. Okay. So after you, Theron, it is now Pike's turn.
Yeah, he's going to turn to me.
Um,
Or he might actually go for the book.
You notice at first, he is going to just sort of like look straight to you, Theron, then back to Gerald, who has the book, and and you just hear him say, "That's mine. Come give it back now." And
Take it.
just as you say that, you see him like put his hands on his body, and the entire form begins to and as he's going to he is going to Gerald, could you make a
death saving throw?
A wisdom saving throw for me, please?
Might be alright. No, 10.
You're holding the book, and as you're about to turn, you see his hand reach out and just like push a slight bit of arcane green energy towards you, and as it catches on your shoulder and you look back at your allies before it envelops you, and within just a puff of green, rather than Gerald being there, you see just a small pig.
I'll do a
Would
picture,
you?
but it's physical.
Would you oink at that?
Nah, I wanted more the squeal, but yeah.
I can't do the squeal, definitely not.
Exactly.
Gerald.
My piggy! I'll move myself out of there and then,
Oh
yeah.
shit, yeah. Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I
It's
just-
alright,
just
I can put
deleted
myself in later.
Let me actually put this as you. There you go. You can move it around and stuff. And as he looks up to Rayloff, actually no. You know what? He's going to attempt to move past Rayloff, and as he does, Rayloff is going to take the attack of opportunity for Sentinel and just swing his halberd around. Yeah, okay, that definitely hits. So he's not going anywhere past there. That is a. Okay, so that's 9 points of slashing damage. At that point as well, you see, and I'll roll a concentration check. Yeah, easily. You see, as he gets slashed, and you just hear, you see part of that form of the visage just kind of shimmer again, and like almost like be slashed away and cut open for a second before it reseals itself. And yeah, I think that is going to be his turn. So at this point, I want everybody, and Gerald, you with the piggy stats, everyone to roll dexterity saving throws for me. And this is including Red, Rayloff, and Pike.
Yum.
So Rayloff makes it.
Why is it the pig has
Doesn't.
better dexterity than I do?
I know, it's crazy, right?
13 for me.
Okay,
Non-natural 20 for me.
nice.
19.
Okay, so
It's better.
everyone except for Red and Pike everyone except for Rayloff and Pike make the save.
Don't get me wrong.
All of you see a flurry of flame-tipped arrows just launch through the room and hitting the ground, hitting the wall, just and a couple tap both Rayloff, who
Oh no.
who takes literally reduced 2 points of fucking piercing damage, and Pike takes 4 points of damage.
That's fine with me.
Rayloff taking the 2. Okay. All right, Terra, you are up.
What damage did you throw?
Oh, for everyone else, let's see, the 2. So you take 2 points of damage from the arrows.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because you
a lot better
saved.
than I thought.
Yeah, they didn't roll too hot. But Terra, you are up with Rayloff on deck. So Terra.
Sounding big and smart. What's a Theosophus? Fuck no, I don't even know how to pronounce it. Phosphorus.
Phosphorus.
What is that?
It's a kind of
Mineral.
explosive
Well,
type
it's
thing.
not noxious gas, flammable gas.
Yeah, it's like a powdery substance.
Well, yeah, it says a small piece of.
Satellite.
Yeah. It's basically a small stone of phosphorus.
Amazing. I'm going to
Shove it in his mouth.
pretty much, pull it out of my component pouch. I'm going to make a pinch it. It'll make it from a small little piece into a crumbly kind of powder.
Mhm.
I'm going to pull it out, and as you can see, little crumbles. It's going to make a mini reddish string that's going to become longer and longer and longer. I'm going to whip it round, and as I make the action to go round Pike, I'm going to produce wall of fire from within, so a round circle, and within one side,
Nice.
being the fire side, it's going to burn him. So the wall is going to be on the outside of him, and the fires are going to be on his side, not the outside.
Okay.
I know it says that it's 6 foot long, 20 feet high, and a foot thick, but I'm literally just going to ring him in it.
Okay. Just as the fire whips around from your sort of almost like fiery whip and tether, he is going to just throw a hand across towards you as his eyes lock onto you. He's going to attempt to counterspell at 3rd level.
Okay.
I knew he was going to use counterspell eventually.
Is it if it's at a certain point that will what's it?
Let's
That'll
see.
automatically what's it?
If it's the same level as the level he casted at.
Let's see.
It's-
You attempt to interrupt a creature. If the creature is casting a spell of 3rd level or lower, its spell fails and has no effect. If it is
It's
casting,
not.
okay. If it's casting a spell of 4th level or higher, then I have to make an ability check using spellcasting mod.
Amazing.
The DC equals 10 plus your spell's level.
Okay. So 16.
Okay.
10.
Come on, bitch. Oh yeah, no, he's definitely made it. That's a natural 15.
Okay.
Oh no. I
No,
was going to try use a reaction to use thingy, but I can't, can I? Oh, can I?
It's a reaction.
Yeah.
You haven't used
And I
one
haven't
yet.
used it. Yeah, in that case, I'm going to use chrono thing.
Coronal shift.
For an AG.
Okay.
You
So
do have your
reroll.
inspiration as well.
The reroll. Yeah.
Even higher. Natural 17.
It's worth trying.
No worries. It is very much worth a try. It's a counter spell down.
But very, very good.
Yeah. With that failing, I'm going to relieve part of my cloak, my dress. Let's say my dress. My Omni dress is going to show part of the. It's going to relieve my
Omnidress, are you Ben 10?
basically, yeah.
It is pretty awesome.
No. Dancing Scimitar.
Yeah.
And with my bonus action, I'm going to, and it's going to just go at him, and then it's going to try to make an attack.
Nice, yeah. As you move your dress to the side, revealing the blade and the sheath, you just like grab it and you just pull it forward and let it go, and it just, and you see the hand. It starts moving handle first before the blade just, and just begin to go for him. So make an attack with the dancing scimitar for me, please.
Will do. As I drop it on the floor. Yummy. 21.
Alright, 21. That does hit. Roll for damage for me. Here's your dancing scimitar. I will give it to you as well.
Cool. It's going to be on him. But thank you very much. Yeah, I can make contact with that.
You got that? Yep.
Yeah, I'll just put that there for now.
Okay.
In fact, no, I'll put it just in front of him.
Yeah. Okay. And it does slash across. Roll for damage for me.
It's 7.
Nice.
So it does 7 slashing damage.
Okay. Awesome. So, with the 7 slashing damage, as it slashes across his face and chest, you see now as that sort of visage of the Kopara is like cut open slightly, and almost as if it's like a suit. It just kind of begins to flop open at the front, and you just see like blackened insides as you hear Pie.
With my time with animals, do I reckon I know on how much HP a pig would have?
Then they're kind of hearty, but they're not super crazy hardy. So, I mean, you knew as a kid, a good stab to the chest and the sternum with a full kill shot would do him in enough.
Okay. I'm going to use my movement. Get in front of said pig. And actually, no, if it's polymorph,
That's not the type of bacon sandwiches.
Yeah. Fuck it, no, my brain was in the motion. I'm gonna turn around and kick it further away from me.
So you turn around. Are you? Let's have a look.
I'm turning around and hopefully in my brain kicking it hard enough to push Gerald's pig-like form.
Okay.
Either to move him as a pig, or at least knocking him out.
Okay.
Of
All right.
pig
So
face.
roll an unarmed strike for me.
Yep. Unarmed strike. I think that's just what's this?
Strength.
With the +5, it's a non-natural 20.
It hits.
Roll for damage.
That is 2 damage.
That has exactly put me to 0 HP.
Okay.
With the pig.
You kick and you hear as the pig just
Squeak.
and as soon as it lands, you see that green mist just apparate away from it, and you see Gerald on the ground. And Gerald, you feel your head is a little bit sore, but you're happy to have claws again, not hooves. So you're prone currently, Gerald.
Okay.
And Tara, is that your turn? Or do you want to move anywhere else?
I want to face Pike, but did he move with the book, or did the book stay? And did he move?
Rayloff kept him still.
Yeah, Reloff kept him sound.
You as pig form. Did I manage to kick you?
The book is basically so. Gerald, if you want to drag yourself in and replace, just put yourself on the pig, or where the pig is for you. Just right there, behind you.
Where the pig is. Yeah, sorry.
And I'll say the book is.
I was there.
Yeah.
When he transformed me.
I'll just say the book is there for now.
Oh, okay.
Little green circle just behind you, Tara.
No worries.
All right. Is that your turn, Tara?
Okay. I'm gonna only ask this nicely.
Mm-hmm.
If not, that's fine. Could I kick it closer to Gerald, knowing that it worked in moving away.
No, I'd say because you used that last bit, I'd say either
So do
movement or bonus to kick him. Then no more
Wonderful.
kicks.
I'll make a mental note that it's there, but I will face Pike,
Okay,
and
right.
that will end my turn.
Okay. Just as you end your turn, Pike is going to use 2 of his 3 legendary actions to. You see his hands just slowly just raise up, and you do notice like the chest portion of the Kopara has begun to just like fold open and just hang open almost. You just see like a pitch black or grey insides, or an inside just like flat layer. As he's looking around, that is my book. Step back. And as he clutches his hands together, you begin to see rain like just raging up his elbow, from his elbows to his fingertips, just pearlescent blue lightning. And he just pushes down, and the lightning just emanates out straight to you, Terra. I want everyone to roll a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
Yeah, boy.
So that's. Let me just say for where red would have been. Yeah, that would have caught red as well.
17.
Red did
18
make it.
for
Let's
me.
see, Rayloff. Okay, Rayloff does make it, which means he gets a quarter of the damage. Okay. So, who got? Okay, so Gerald.
23.
Okay. Theron.
17.
Tara.
18.
Okay. So, Gerald, you take 20 points of lightning damage. Rayloff takes
Okay.
10, and
Yep.
the rest of you take 40 points of lightning damage.
Fucking hell. Okay, we're feeling this.
Yeah, I'm going to have to pop a potion. Is a potion an action?
It's
bonus
a
action if
bonus
you're
action.
doing it. To yourself.
And at that point as well, Pike is going to. You see his visage just disappear out of thin air before you see him reapparate just on the Widow's Peak, looking at Theron and all of the rest of you, squirming as the lightning still just courses up all of you. It is now Rayloff's turn, as he's the start of the round. Yeah, because Terry, you just finished your turn, didn't you? Yeah.
I did, yeah, and then he uses 2, what's it called?
Yeah.
Legendary
Legendary actions. Okay, so yeah, Rayloff is going to charge for him, and he is going to attempt just a boot, like a Sparta kick shove attack onto Pike. Alright, that looks like it's just about going to hit. Let me have a look at his unarmed strike. +9, okay. Alright, so at that point, okay, you see Rayloff. I'll get him. And he has his halberd at the top, and just as he reaches up to go swing down, you see one leg come up, and he's about to boot Pike right off the edge. And just as he is about to extend his leg, you see his entire form just be frozen in place as Pike has cast momentary stasis on Rayloff.
That's my
just
shtick.
as the attack hit.
And there's a reaction, though.
That is his reaction.
That means score.
Is thingy done his con save?
For taking
Rayloff. momentary stasis?
Yes, he already has. That's
Yeah,
why
yeah.
it worked. Okay, yeah, that's Rayloff stuck in his tracks. Red is going to continue to hide for now. Gerald, you are up with Theron on deck.
Hey. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yes. So, first things first, we grab the book.
Okay.
Guessing that's going to be bonus action again. Then. This is really fucking annoying. Yeah, screw it. Right, action. Ego whip. We are going to. A purple lasso is going to whip out and try to wrap around Pike there. It is an intelligence saving throw.
E. Natural 30.
For save,
Save, yes.
18.
He does. However, I then use my reaction, silvery barbs.
To
Disadvantage.
disadvantage. Fucking A. Fucking silvery barbs. I knew it was going to happen one of these times.
Yeah.
That's even higher. That's a 21.
Never mind. He still succeeds then because that's to take the lowest either way.
And I can't use my reaction again until my next turn.
That's
Doesn't
fine.
matter.
I give myself advantage from the after effect anyway on that.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then after that, I shall move myself. How much is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. Yeah, I'll move myself down the stairs so I'm actually like out of his line of sight.
Okay.
And there.
As the enemy moves back.
As I'm doing this also, I'd like to move my mage hands that I activated to move towards him.
Okay.
Can this be done without using an action or bonus? That is the question. No, it cannot. So the mage hand is invisible, but is now next to Pike again.
Okay. Alright, so you have your mage hand. You know just through your connection to it that it's right just on the left side of Rayloff and Pike, just waiting there, ready to strike. Is that your turn, Gerald?
That is my turn, yes.
Okay, alright, so, yeah, just before Theron's turn, Pike's going to use the last of his legendary actions, and his form is going to blurt out of reality and back in over here, just next to the pile of bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Where it belongs.
Which, by the way, Theron, you did notice, and everyone did see, the pile of bodies are all different Therons. Exactly the same person, burned, charred marks in their chests, and completely lifeless. Some tortured, some bleeding, some just grey or black and ash.
Then versions.
But part of that legendary action, he is going to cast a spell.
How can he do so many things? That's bullshit.
What were
Legendary
his
actions,
legendary
my friend.
actions?
Yeah, but he's
Equal
already
legendary
he's used three,
action. No, he's used 2, but he gains all 3 of them back every turn that he takes again.
At the start of his turn.
Legendary action people equals bullshit characters.
But he is going to
Yeah, but Legend Lord didn't pick him up.
he is going to put his hands flat against the ground, and all of you begin to feel this and this weird pushing sensation away from the ground. I want all of you, because it is in a 50-foot radius, I want all of you to make a dexterity saving throw for me, please.
I'm going to be down either way. Because I need pop potion.
I get advantage on that. Nice.
I don't think I'm accepting this one.
18 plus 1.
Okay, alright, so that's a 19 for Theron. Gerald?
At Natural 20, 25.
Nice. Terra?
15.
Right.
Total.
Red succeeded. Rayloff does not. So, Terra, so what did you get?
15.
15, okay. So, Terra,
Mm-hmm.
you are able, I'm sorry, Gerald, you're able to keep your feet flat and dig your foot claws in. But everyone else, you feel the gravity just begin to reverse on itself, and you begin to pull up, and you pretty much fall upside down upwards, 20 feet up to where the ceiling is. So that is
Question.
Yes.
This is an add-on. I don't know if...
I'm not by your ceiling.
You float up, and you just begin coasting in zero gravity in the air.
Even with a 19?
Yep, even with a 19.
Rayloff has got boots of flight.
Yeah.
I don't know if he would use that or not.
It doesn't do anything. You can't use them in a reaction anyway.
Fair play.
But that's 8 points of damage to Terra for hitting the ceiling.
Pay on.
4 points of that to Rayloff.
8.
So I'll quickly just read through this so we know what's going on. The spell reverses gravity in a certain size. All creatures and objects that aren't somehow anchored to the ground in the area fall upward and reach the top of the area. When you cast the spell, a creature can make a dex save to grab onto a fixed object, so you avoid the fall. If the solid object, such as a ceiling, is encountered, it's a falling thing. If the object or creature reaches the top of the area without striking anything, it remains there oscillating slightly for the duration. So yes, Theron, you are raised up about 20 feet in the air just off of that Widow's Peak, just floating in place.
Hello? Anybody out there?
Although that does, because I'm an idiot, and also because, I'm just an idiot.
Continue.
He has lost concentration on haste for himself.
Yeah.
So he does not get the supercharged multi-spells every turn. However, he is going to...
Dick still.
Let's see. Gerald, did you say that you grabbed the book and pocketed it? Or
Yeah, he did.
Have you still got it with you?
Yep.
Okay, I'll just...
Oh, here we go.
I'm going to get rid of that circle for the book.
I thought you were going to do something else then as well.
And...
Go back, please.
Pike's just going to move...
Use 10 legendary actions.
Pike's just going to move over there, and you hear, Gerald, you hear Pike almost boom at this point.
You... give me that back!
And as he shouts and roars, you see the face of the Kopara just like split open. The beak and the fur and the feathers peeling open, almost like a banana skin, and just flopping to the side. And just through that space that has been shown and now presenting itself as the outer shell is beginning to crack open, you see one just bright red eye against a very sunken, greyed face peering through.
That is my book.
I think that being his last legendary action of this round, of his turn. Theron, you are up. You are oscillating.
What can I do?
You can see into the clock tower. You're actually 20 feet higher in the air, just swirling.
Hey guys!
But you do see Pike, you see all of your allies, you see Terra, you by the way are prone flat against the ceiling as if you've fallen. Rayloff is also up there.
Well, first
actually
off,
no, Rayloff is up in the air with you.
All like this.
Theron, just
yeah.
No, sorry. With his foot up.
What's
I get down?
What's a greater potion? What is it?
A potion
You
of
have a
greater
superior
healing.
one as well.
A potion of greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
Oh, that's not even going to be enough. 'Cause I'm almost...
You
You have a superior.
I'll have to use it because I'm nearly dead.
A potion of superior healing is 8d4 plus 8. But that is the only one you have.
Yeah, I've got to though, or else I'm literally going to die.
Okay, so that's a bonus action to just...
Yeah.
Although I'd love to see the imagery of Theron just floating, spiraling in the same spot in air, just going, help! Sometime! It just starts drinking as you just keep spiraling around slowly.
Yeah. But I've got like shove it in my gob so it doesn't like just...
Yeah, just go everywhere.
Which one's a D8 now?
It's a D4.
The one with 8 sides.
It's 8d4 plus 8.
Yeah, sorry.
It's okay. So the pyramid.
Pyramid. Alright,
Yeah.
geezer, calm down.
You fuck you what,
No,
mate?
that's massive. You're like geezer.
Alright, geezer. My name's Matty Macker. How are you, son?
Ah, no, you can't. Name's Matty Mocker.
Shut that fucker.
Ah, then you can.
Yeah.
I love waiting for Theron to roll dice. Come on, Theron.
I can't see in this light.
Oh, we want to kill.
We want to kill him.
I'm right by saying that he's used all of his 3 legendary actions and his reaction.
Till next
Yes.
year.
Till next turn.
Until
That's
his
totally
next turn.
fine. Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do something.
Well, sorry, until the start of his next turn. Yeah.
No problem.
27 points. Oh, that took fucking 4 hours.
You're good?
All that for that. Still only half me out. Shit, those superior potions are.
They shouldn't be. They usually cost
Just
2,500 gold.
best.
Not worth it in my opinion. But
100% worth it.
if you say so. I don't know what to do at this point because I'm fucking floating. It's probably going to be at disadvantage.
I don't know. Magic missile won't be.
Oh, I like you.
I like you.
Me like you. I'm going to cast Magic Missile at level 5.
Okay. Well,
So right, because
they all hit.
it doesn't actually tell me how many darts I've got to do altogether on here. I've got so.
if you want, why don't you just roll for 1, and then that'll be the damage for each. If it saves time.
Let's be honest. Yeah. Unless you get a 1,
Yeah.
then fucking reroll until you get a 4. Then carry on.
16 plus 8.
You don't need
With that.
to roll for an attack. It hits. It's magic missile.
It automatically hits. It's
Oh,
within range.
So just roll the damage. As long what range is it?
120 if I'm right.
Oh, yeah, easy. Yeah.
Yeah. It says blah 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 blah. It'd help if I clicked on the right one.
Just count how many darts you have to do first.
It is 1d. Oh, how many
Yeah.
darts? It doesn't. Oh, 3 glowing darts.
Yeah, and then it's
And
when
then doesn't
rolled at a higher level. It's I think
Don't
it's
you
1
add? Yeah. Don't you add more darts per additional level?
level it's casted at.
Past the first. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's
7.
5. 7
7 darts
altogether.
altogether. At 1d4 plus 1s.
Yeah.
This is a guaranteed 14 damage. Which will happily take.
3.
Yeah.
2,
5,
1.
6.
I'm counting down.
Yeah, guys. DMS.
3,
9,
3.
12.
How many more have we got?
2.
4,
16,
3.
19, 20, 26 damage.
Nice. Okay. At this point, as Theron, as you are floating and just as you're drinking the health potion, lodged in your mouth,
I'm just like, and as I'm doing these, I just go, bitch. And then shoot him.
and you shoot, and you see all 7 darts as the arcane energy that normally pulses through your arm now just bellows around and spirals in 7 different strands all the way up to your palm, like a charging cannon.
I want it to sound like those rockets, like.
Yeah, as it just and it just and just slams like against Pike, and all just impact, and you see by the end of all 7 darts that have hit, you see the entire Kopara face is now split open and hanging like a rag, like just a leather rag over its shoulder. You see part of the body and the form of the Kopara is now just torn and leathery and hanging to the side, and you see the form has grown almost about a foot, if not taller, just peeking out of this like now undersized, what looks almost like costume of skin. And you see just jagged grey shoulder and a dark grey arm with little to no garbs underneath covering the chest. You see the face now is almost like a grey skinned tiefling that is just very small little nubs of horns that have been shaved down. You see the eyes are completely black with now just bare, like a gentle sort of just no real pupil, just a white iris. So a thin white ring in the blackened eyes that are just looking around. You
Don't recognise him or she?
No. You see just matted hair that has been decades, centuries since it was looked after and taken care of. And you see the lanky form that's peeking out of the skin suit almost. The visage of the Kopara is now just staring at you, Theron.
I'm just like,
Are any of you proficient in history?
Give me what's that?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
I'm awesome.
No.
Not
Okay.
for me.
So, Theron,
Yeah.
would you please roll a history check for me with advantage?
I rolled 40.
Try again.
Yeah, I know.
39.
With advantage.
Yes.
With advantage, 17 plus 8.
Okay. You quickly take in what you're seeing, and you quickly realize that whoever this creature is, you don't know who they are or why they're here. But one thing you do click onto very quickly is this isn't a Kopara. This is
I figured that one out.
this is a very rare kin that you've rarely ever seen. You've only read about one of the ancient Arcanum shape changers. Now, Theron, is that your turn?
Yeah, I can't do anything else. Can I move in the air or not?
No, you are just oscillating in there.
Then I will stay there and oscillate.
Okay. Alright. Let's see, I think for Where are we? Let me look at the map. Tara,
Yeah.
you see this shape changer look up to you.
Do you have my book?
And you see the head begin to frantically snap and look round.
Yeah.
And it's going to just... And after that big inhale and sniff, and it exhales. And all of you feel this kind of weird just interference in your head for a moment. Before, Gerald, you kind of clutch your head and then look up. And you see this shape changer looking down at you. And I want you to roll a Constitution saving throw for me, please.
Yeah. 18.
18. You unfortunately didn't succeed, and you're going to take full damage as you see just a gentle mist of black and purple of necrotic energy just wash over you from his finger, like a giant cloth from his fingers. It just, and as it passes through you, you feel your soul kicked and just like.
Oh wait, it's necrotic. I take half damage.
Yay!
Okay. I fucking hate you.
That sounded like you really wanted that to happen eventually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unholy body. No.
Okay,
Oh,
so-
resistant to necrotic damage.
So you take 16 points of necrotic damage.
Thank fuck for that.
That is
basically
reduced.
there's
Actually
a
would have knocked me unconscious if it wasn't for that.
Okay. He can't really do much else on his turn because he is not hasted anymore. No. Okay. All right. Okay. Everyone.
Oh, here we go. I can't do anything else. Here we go.
Actually, okay. Okay. So both Terra and Rayloff are safe. Sorry, no, Rayloff isn't safe because he's outside with you. So Rayloff and Theron, you instantly fail the dex save for this coming one. But can Gerald and Terra roll dexterity saving throws for me, please?
Yep, can. Is this on the descent?
No, you're not going anywhere. Not yet, anyway.
Yeah, because I'm not floating.
True. Natural 20.
Natural. Again, non-natural 20 though.
Nice. What's the total on 20?
22.
Fucking A. Okay. So both
have
of
a
you
big
take
piece.
half damage. The original damage was 7, so you both take 3 points of piercing damage from the barrage of arrows that. Theron and Rayloff, both of you take 7 points of damage.
Question.
Yes.
With me being prone on the roof, does that mean that I'm technically at a disadvantage?
I'd say out of
And
range, because
out
if the
of
roof's higher, arrows can't magically curve upwards.
I'm
Not
gonna,
fired normally.
I'm gonna say purely because of like some of the angles that you could shoot an arrow up to hit the ceiling that far
Okay.
up if it doesn't plateau and curve down.
Like it was all.
I'm gonna say roll with advantage for me.
Okay.
Although she's already succeeded.
Yeah, but just just do it again for me.
Make me feel better about
Yeah,
myself.
make you feel better.
Yeah. Well, from an so 20, I can't really beat any of that, but I've got a fucking 7. Which
Okay,
would have been a
well,
9.
you know what I'll say? Just because that was a good call from Gerald. Thinking of it, yeah, because the small lip of the ceiling where the wall must have been was, and then the roof. Yeah, I'd say you take no damage on that because you
No.
are technically on the ceiling, or underneath the ceiling.
Yeah.
And Pike, let's see if Pike makes it. No, he doesn't with a natural fucking 1.
Nice.
That is 7 points of damage. Oh, okay, all right. He is he's getting somewhere.
What he's doing with the floating, is it a concentration spell?
Yes, and he has to roll now because of the arrows. Okay, yeah, he makes it.
Bastard.
And I will say, just so you know what kind of time. Do you want to know what time limit you're looking at?
Time limit.
Yeah, for reverse gravity.
Is it like an hour or something stupid?
Up to 1 minute.
Grand, so we're like 8 rounds left.
Yeah. Well, you've got 7 rounds left.
Okay, that's not too bad.
When can you make another deck save?
For
On
reverse
me turn.
gravity. No, just when the spell ends.
Okay.
Oh.
So basically, you are stuck up there until the spell ends, or he gets knocked so hard that you can't
Out of
do
concentration.
concentration.
So more match then? All match, basically.
Pretty much, yeah. Okay.
Well, 7 more rounds.
So Terra, you are up
I
now
am.
with Raelof on deck.
Knowing that he can't do a fucking reaction. That's it. Pulls out the same Popper's stone, and I'm going to make it the exact same string, and I'm going to not wrap around him. I'm also going to wrap around his Theron's bodies. If I draw
Although,
a cheeky
just-
free line.
I will say, when he said he hasn't got a reaction, you do know that he replenished it at the start of his turn that he just took before the Wanderer arrows.
Didn't he? Okay,
Just letting you know.
okay. That will probably change my plan entirely.
Yeah, I didn't want
Yeah,
I didn't want you to do it just to get fucked over again.
Yeah.
Over the premise that you thought. Yeah. So he's now got his reaction because he just had his turn.
Not a problem. Give me 1 sec.
Yes.
You
do actually notice, by the way, all of you did notice that as the reverse gravity spell hit, you see all of those bodies just all slam up onto the ceiling with terror.
Out of interest, did Leron notice any nice looking clothes?
Plenty.
Oh, sound.
know the reverse gravity?
Mhm.
Is it constantly on, or is it
Yes.
once it's being used, it's both?
When you mean once it's been used? boom.
It happens that time.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah. If you
later
like,
on.
for example, like Gerald,
Yeah.
or I think Raelof as well. Oh no, sorry, like Gerald. If you're not affected by it, then irrelevant if it goes through the duration, you will not get affected by it.
Amazing. I'm going to use conjure animals.
Okay.
Walls coming out, baby. I'm going to say the same ones.
Mhm.
In fact, wolves aren't going to come. Wolves are not going to come. No, that's a 2. In fact, no. No. Let me just double check. That's an okay one to be able to put down.
What are you going for?
I'm going to conjure up a singular animal, a
Okay.
giant instructor snake.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let's see if that shits his little peasant-like feathers. That isn't like Gerald's.
Alright, there you go. You can move your snake.
For the seconds that he's going to be down. Basically, it's already going to be on top of him.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to, if he hasn't already counterspelled it,
Mm-hmm.
going to attempt to constrict him.
Okay. Alright, so that is a attack roll or a save?
It's an attack. It will be to see if he's grappled. Would be what's it?
Okay.
If you roll, I'll just let you know if he succeeds.
Oh no, isn't it attack from the snake?
Yeah.
To constrict.
Yeah. So, because one creature hits the amount for the damage of the construction, and the target is okay. It's if it hits
Yeah.
And then you need to escape by
Yeah,
getting
That's
the
okay.
DC off.
Well, yeah. Go ahead.
16 plus 6. 22.
He's going to use Chronal Shift
To make it
to get you to
reroll.
reroll.
Okay, that's fine. That's a reaction down, guys.
Mhm.
Just saying. That's an 18
In total?
total.
Well, he hasn't got any reaction left. Yeah, that does hit.
Yum. Okay, so it's taken 2d8 plus 4. Brain work. 17 bludgeoning damage, and
Nice.
he is grappled.
Alright.
Until the grapple ends, the creature is restrained, and the snake can't restrict a target. It is purely aiming to keep this motherfucker down.
Alright.
And as my bonus action, the blade is going to, as it's already facing the wrong direction, it's going to start going backwards through its pommel, and just before the end, obviously in its pre-grappled state, it's going to spin, and as it spins, it's going to make the slash at him. With the
So the giant snake just wraps around him. It just begins to just crush under his weight as the scimitar just. So roll roll an attack for me.
Yeah.
Let me just have a look. Okay, restrained creature speed is 0. Attack rolls against it have advantage,
Yep.
and the creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws.
Lovely. Thank God for advantage. Yes! Oh, lovely. It rolled a 1 and then it rolled a natural 20.
Fucking A.
Not even joking.
Okay.
That was fucking juicy. Oh
Roll
my
for that
god.
damage.
My god.
That's fucking crazy.
Wow. Oh, it's on fire. Okay. It's not a lot, do you know what I mean? But I'll fucking take it. Oh, yes. It wasn't a 6, but it was a 5. So that's 5, 10, plus 2, 12 slashing damage. Oh,
Nice.
wait. Yeah, because it's doubled the dice. Isn't
Fucking A.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Yum.
slash, and you see now you see that skin suit is now just barely hanging on to this taller shape changer. You see the shape changer itself is almost about like 6'8" or so. There's now like kind of like almost trapped itself within this form. As it slashes and being constricted, you just hear and it is, I mean, it's looking debilitated.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is that your turn? Would you like to move anywhere?
I am going to. So, this area here, there's a lip. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Is it quite high or?
Oh, sorry. Let me for
Obviously it's in
the
reverse,
damage as well. What damage did you do? It was the 17
Oh yeah.
crush
So
bludgeoning.
yeah.
So natural 20 on that con save.
Okay.
And
And then the slashing from the
that was 12.
12,
Yeah. So I need to make at least 10.
10.
Oh yeah, that's 9 plus stuff. Yeah.
Okay, no worries.
So reverse gravity is still happening.
No worries. So this part here,
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming that there's a lip between where the roof is to where the door would come down.
Yeah, where that original what used to be a wall.
Yeah.
was covered. So it's like the ceiling like caps it all off, and it does have that lip of the door, the sort of like wall frame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How down would it be? Would I be able to kind of?
Oh yeah, you could, if you were crawling on your tummy or on your hands and knees like on the floor, but obviously upside down on the ceiling.
Yeah.
You could just go over it. It's only about a foot and a half.
But it
tall.
goes over into nothing.
Yes.
Would I float where I am, or would I start ascending?
You'd float where you were.
Okay. I am going to. Is it the same physics as if I were on the ground, but I'm on the roof?
Yes.
Okay. I've got how much of movement? 30 foot. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to crawl my belly because I don't have enough movement to get half and then move on foot. I'm going to crawl and jump onto the other side and use that lip as cover.
Okay.
If I can.
Alright.
So I'm going to jump onto the outer side, so I'm still floating at that 20-foot range, but I'm going to be on the other side, so I've got that a foot worth of cover, just in case. So he can't see me, but I can keep concentration on said snake.
Okay.
Then I am a turn, because that's literally all I can do.
Okay. Just before Raylof's turn, Pike, or the shape changer, is going to use a legendary action, and it is just going to just bamf from within the snake. Just to
does my snake
the
get
center here?
attack of opportunity?
Not if it's a magical, because it disappeared. It didn't leave its attack range, like
No worries.
physically. And then he's going to use. Yeah. You're just going to hear.
I want my book.
And as you see this form extend its arms again with the electricity running through its entire body before casting out from its chest to all of you. You just see like the Kopara visage that once shrouded it is gone, and you've got this 6'7", 6'6", lanky, thin, grey skin shape changer that has barely just got like a loincloth and decrepit, almost torn away vest. Just very primitive and decrepit.
Kinky.
But everyone, I want to make a well, first of all, actually, no. Okay, no, retcon. Sorry.
We'll get one.
All of you who are floating, you see Pike blip to the center, and then he just disappears. And at that point, everyone slams down onto the ground. All of you who fall take. Actually, yeah, you take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Rayloff takes 3. And all of you, none of you see Pike anywhere around.
Are we still in battle, or
You are?
are we still in?
Initiative, yes you are. Rayloff is going to just look around, and to you, Terra.
Where is he?
And he's going to just slam forward and just randomly hurl his halberd around as he goes in. To make a attack with disadvantage.
He shits himself.
Okay, not kidding. Not kidding. You all hear as Rayloff just charges through and spins his halberd just the once. You hear of Pike being damaged and reappearing and being knocked partially back. I'm going to roll for the halberd damage. Oh, okay, max roll. Okay, so that's 14 points of damage? Or 16? Okay.
Oh, I apologise. The snake has its own end.
nice.
10. I
10.
think it goes
Okay.
still before me.
So yeah, just before you. Okay, and at this point, Rayloff looks to you, Terra,
Yeah.
and Theron, who are now just like standing there, kind of like getting yourselves up partially, and you just hear. And he just hurls himself, and you see the rage building and the fog out of his mouth just burrow and just bellow out of his mouth. The ice armor just gets bigger and more intense and sharper, and you see just a I think Gerald, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me, please? You see above Rayloff. What'd you get?
7.
You see above Rayloff as he just screams and rushes to grab onto Pike, or the shape changer, by his arm with a halberd going straight towards. You see this flurry of snow, this blizzard just emanate from him, spiraling around the entire room. Gerald, you take.
Oh, bollocks, he's down.
This could be a bollocks.
You take 5 points of cold damage as the
Be
blizzard begins to hurl and the hail begins to plummet you, and you just feel the pain of the stabbing like ball bearings just ricocheting in your body. And you hear that just scream as Rayloff dives and grabs onto the arm, and you see a and just at that point you hear that
Rayloff, buddy.
as the flurry of snow begins to slow down. And just as the snow dissipates and the last few specks begin to fade away and hit the ground, just you all see Rayloff completely covered in ice, fixed in place, grabbing onto the now completely frozen arm of the shape changer, with a halberd gently pressing into his stomach. And Rayloff is just there, completely frozen, just with a face of rage. Of
Sexy. I mean, he's resistant to cold, right? His Pike's still up.
let me roll for that damage, because he needs to make a save.
And where's Red when you need to stab him with the dagger?
Okay, that's a con save. Okay, he literally got one below what he needed.
Nice.
Nice.
So he takes... Fucking A. Okay. He takes 18 points of cold damage. And you see Pike just at that moment is barely hanging on, as he is now stuck in place by this frozen Rayloff grabbing onto a now frozen and dead shape changer arm. And that is Rayloff's turn. And just before anyone else can act, he's going to... Pike is going, or the shape changer is going to use his last legendary action that he has available.
I think the camera's frozen.
It hasn't.
No.
Oh,
Same
sorry.
thing.
Yeah, okay.
Oh dear.
Yes, I want everyone to roll a intelligence saving throw for me, please.
Ooh, yay.
Natural 20
Nice.
Not as natural 20.
plus 8.
Yeah.
Oh, no, it isn't. Is it saving throw?
Intelligence save, yeah.
If anything's high.
Oh, yeah, plus 8.
Nice.
28, mother.
Terra.
24.
Nice. And Gerald.
19. To do very good.
Okay. So, Gerald,
Mm,
you take 47 points of psychic damage.
That's me completely knocked unconscious. Rayloft's attack left me on 1 HP.
And both Terra
Yeah.
and Theron and Red take 23 points of psychic damage.
That's me unconscious as well.
And I'm not doing too good. I'm on 7.
Nice.
Okay, alright. Fucking A. Alright, okay. Red being on 1 HP.
Oh,
Fuck, we
And-
still almost done.
She is
Oh,
going
still
to. You're going to see that familiar shadow just apparate behind this shape changer with the ethereal dagger, and is just going to just attempt to plunge it deep
Between the ribs,
into his heart. And that's advantage because the first one actually didn't hit. Okay, the second one does hit, and that is with sneak attack damage. So the first, okay, 7 from the dagger. Okay, 7. 18. 18. Nice, 18. 20, 21. 36 points of damage from the ethereal dagger, and you all, or those of you who are conscious, who is Theron,
Twist the knife! Twist the knife!
at this point you see Red, who is just her hand is just completely deep in his back with the dagger.
Yeah, that's how I like it.
Almost sticking out of his chest, and you see it twist it inside.
Yeah.
And as she just holds it, you look into the eyes of the shape changer, and you see its form begin to and as it exhales, you see a deep purpley and black mist begin to escape its mouth and just pour down its entire chest onto the floor, creating this like small smoke screen of sparkling purple and blackened cloud and mist. And you see that the shape changer is no more, as the fog and the mist gently begin to pool around the foot of the shape changer. You take a breath for a moment as all of these effects and magical restrictions dissipate, and you,
Are we still in initiative?
well,
think so.
you take one exhale, and then you see the mist split off into 4 different sections.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
One heads straight to you, Gerald, Red, and Theron, and Theron, Red, Terra, and Gerald, and the mist just latches up to you, and and as it just latches onto you and pulls up to your head and just all of you open your eyes to a shockingly bright white light, and you, every single one of you, just is standing up. You're standing on a white floor, white ceilings and walls, but not enclosed so much that everything around you is just this white purgatory. You don't see...
Wow.
You don't see anyone else. You are all alone in your own purgatory.
Well, shit.
You are finely clothed, just as normal. You're not hurt. You don't feel anything.
try to use
You're just comfortable.
I'll try to use prestidigitation.
Yeah, the spell works.
Okay.
And as each of you stand looking around, finding nobody else around you, you don't see your allies, you don't see enemies. It's just white nothingness around. You all hear a voice emanate.
Oh.
It's time to think for yourselves.
And
Hello, Mum?
that is where we're going to end tonight's episode and come back next week from there to pick it up.
Okay.
Now, I do want to say, as part of finishing this fight, I want to ding all of you up, and you are now level 11.
20!
Yeah, unfortunately, not 20. You're all level 11, so I would like everyone here to roll their hit die, just to just give me the number that's on the die. If it's a 1, re-roll. You don't need to tell me what you're adding, or you can share if you want of what you get total, but just roll your hit die, and and we'll go around and get extra health.
It's not let me.
Yum.
What'd you get?
8.
Nice.
From a D8.
Fuck yeah, max roll.
Yeah,
Okay.
max roll.
Gerald?
+9.
Nice. And Theron?
I get maximum anyway because of that feat to do. So I'm altogether I'm on 90.
Fucking A. Awesome.
Yum.
Okay. So, welcome to level 11, guys.
Yeah.
That was a fucking crazy fight. But we still are not fully done with everything. So I very much look forward to it. But,
Or backwards.
or backwards.
In time.
Yeah. Or inside or outside. Time. But for everyone who's been watching, thank you very much for sticking around. Hope you've enjoyed it as much as we have. It was a crazy fucking intense fight that I think actually lasted for about 2 hours straight, near enough.
Yeah.
We hope you've enjoyed, and yeah, we can't wait to pick it up next week. But with all that said and done, thank you very much for watching. It was a lot of fun, and we'll see you again next time.